Hey guys, today we're going to do the foam cannon battle. We're going to put the Trinova up against the MTM PF 22.2. We're going to use 3 different soaps. We're going to start with CarPro Lift, then we're going to go to the Koch Chemie GSF, then we're going to go to the Chemical Guys HoneyDew Snow Foam. We're going to test all 3 of these soaps out in each of the foam cannons. We'll do it round by round. We'll test the Lift first, then we'll go to the Koch Chemie GSF, then we'll go to the HoneyDew Snow Foam Auto Wash last. The point of this is we want to see how well each of these foam cannons do with the soap and how well they stack up against each other. The Trinova is obviously one of the cheaper foam cannons you could buy on the market. It's $34.97 on Amazon. The MTM is actually probably one of the higher priced ones. May not be the highest price, but it's definitely pricey when it comes to foam cannons. This was $94.99 from detailedimage.com. We'll see how well they spray. We'll see how well the adjustments work, how it responds to the adjustments when you make them on the foam cannon. And we'll see how well it actually foams the car or the truck that I'll be testing it on. So without further delay, let's get into the video. Hey guys, so as we get into the video, I want to ask that you take a moment and like the video. Also subscribe to the channel and ring the bell for notifications. So to start out this foam cannon battle, first we're going to use the CarPro Lift. I'm going to mix 1 liter of it up, and I'm going to pour it, half of it into the Trinova foam cannon bottle, then I will pour the other half into the MTM PF 22.2 bottle. But spoiler alert, I had to end up mixing more CarPro Lift so we could do the test. Right now that we're done pouring, we'll put the tops back onto the bottle. Oops, wrong hole right there. We'll put it on the correct bottle. We'll cinch the top or the body down onto the bottles. We'll shake them up, give them a good shake, make sure everything is mixed well, and then we'll start the test. Alright guys, as we start the test, first we'll start off with the Trinova, and we will use the Trinova first on each test. During the testing process, I'm going to spray it. I'm going to use the maximum foam, then I'll cut it back to minimum foam. I'll also adjust the fan patterns and show you guys how well it sprays after you adjust the patterns, or when you adjust it down to just a full stream. Right, so the fan pattern on the Trinova, there's not much wiggle room. You turn it just a little bit and you'll get a steady stream or a jet instead of a broad fan. Now we'll adjust the foam output, and I'll give you guys a point of view of that. And after just a small adjustment, it's spraying mostly water. So in order to get it to produce dense foam, you have to turn it all the way up, as I'm doing right now. And that right there is all the way up. As far as foam coverage goes, when you turn it all the way up and you turn the fan all the way up or midway or all the way down, it's going to give you good coverage, but it may not be the coverage that you want or like from a foam cannon. With both these foam cannons, I added the 1.1 millimeter orifice to try to make it fair, being that my pressure washer is 1.4 gallons a minute and 1900 psi pressure washer. Now we'll take a look at the foam as it clings onto the body. It's running off pretty fast, but also keep in mind that this vehicle is ceramic coated, so the foam is going to run off pretty fast regardless. Next up is the MTM PF 22.2 foam cannon, and we have the CarPro Lift in this also. MTM, there is more wiggle room when you adjust the size of the fan, whether you adjust it from wide open or down to a straight jet or a stream. But you do have more wiggle room with this one than you have on the Trinova. Now we're going to play with the foam adding and foam removing. I'll let you guys be the judge on that. So right here we've maxed out the foam, and it is putting out shaving cream type foam with the CarPro Lift. I'm very satisfied with this. In mine, I have this foam cannon turned up to spray maximum foam. I haven't pulled any foam out yet, but I'm going to play with the fan adjustment again. Great dense thick foam. Now I'm playing with reducing the foam output of the foam cannon. It takes a few clicks before you see a reduction in the foam, but there you see it in this point of view angle. Alright, as we take a look at the truck, you can see that the much denser foam that the MTM produced is clinging to the truck a whole lot better than the foam from the Trinova Foam Cannon. It's still running off as to be expected, but it is clinging a whole lot better. Next we'll move on and we'll test these foam cannons with the Koch Chemie GSF Gentle Snow Foam. Clean out both bottles of the foam cannons, and in this test I went ahead and put in a liter of water in each bottle instead of pre-mixing it. I wanted to make sure that I had enough soap on each of the tests in each of the bottles. The directions call for 20 milliliters per 1 liter of water, and I added 20 milliliters of the Gentle Snow Foam into each bottle. Now we'll put the tops or the bodies back onto the bottles. We'll give them a good shake to mix them well, and we'll head out for test number 2. Again, with this test, we'll start out with the Trinova. We'll spray, getting a somewhat better foam with the Trinova and the Koch Chemie GSF. But it's still not giving the good coverage that you would like or hope for in a foam cannon. It is giving coverage though. It is covering the vehicle. It is doing its job. You would just hope for denser foam. As we did in the first round, we will play with the adjustments on adding and reducing the foam as well as the fan pattern. And I'll let you guys check it out and see what you think. Again, there's not much wiggle room when you want to subtract the amount of foam. It'll put out mostly water with the Trinova. Alright, now that we've concluded the spraying, I'll give you guys a view of the truck and I'll let you draw your conclusions from here. But this is the Trinova with the Koch Chemie GSF. Foam is dripping away really fast, but it is maintaining coverage on the paint. Next we'll move on to the MTM with the GSF mix in it, and we'll spray it down. In this test, just like the other tests, we'll play with adding and reducing the foam output as well as the fan spray pattern. As you can see, with the foam output turned up to the max, we're getting high quality shaving cream foam. And as we reduce the amount of the foam coming out of the foam cannon, you get almost water. as we finish up with the MTM, I'll give you a quick view of it in shots. You can see the foam is coming off the truck. It is still maintaining good coverage though. Alright guys, we'll move on to the final battle. In this battle we'll use the Chemical Guys HoneyDew Auto Snow Foam. The directions were to use 1 ounce, but 1 ounce is roughly in between 29 and 30 milliliters. So this capful is 20 milliliters. So I just went ahead and did 2 capfuls into each bottle. And we'll check out and we'll see how the performance goes. Chemical Guys does get a bad rap from some people in the detailing community, but I am a fan of Mr. Pink and I do like this HoneyDew Auto Snow Foam. Alright, with the HoneyDew Snow Foam added to both bottles, we'll go ahead and we'll put the tops or the bodies back on. We'll give them a good shake and then we'll start the final test. Alright guys, we'll start the final round out with the Trinova. In my opinion, the Trinova had its best performance with this HoneyDew Auto Snow Foam from Chemical Guys. It's not as dense as what the MTM has produced so far, but out of all 3 soaps, this is the best foaming soap so far with the Trinova. I can't wait to see how it looks in the MTM. Again, we'll play with the controls. We'll add foam, reduce foam, and then we'll play with the fan spray pattern. But as I stated, my biggest gripe with the Trinova is there's not much wiggle room on the controls. When you try to take foam away, it waters down very fast, and when you try to adjust the fan, it turns into a stream very fast. Not a lot of wiggle room, but you do have some. I will take a quick look at the truck after finishing up with the Trinova. The foam is covering the surface well, and it is dripping also. Now we'll move on to the MTM Foam Cannon and check out the foam that this MTM is laying down with the HoneyDew Auto Snow Foam from Chemical Guys. I have the foam turned all the way up and it is very dense. Now I'm turning it down. And as you can see, it's still foaming up a little bit. It's more of a foam wash than anything right now. I'll turn it back up and we'll foam the truck down even more. This MTM is putting out crazy dense shaving cream type foam. I think we have a winner here with this foam cannon. So if you guys will, drop down in the comments, tell me what you think about both foam cannons. I did have both of these foam cannons suggested from viewers. I think the MTM is probably the winner on this one, but the Trinova is not bad for the money either. Now we'll zoom in, we'll take a quick look at the truck after we finish spraying. Still dense foam and good coverage on the truck, and the foam is not dripping off as fast with the MTM as it was with the Trinova. Alright guys, as we finish this last battle up, I'll go ahead and spray the truck off. We'll try to get the truck clean. Now hang around, I'm going to give you guys a few final thoughts at the very end. Alright guys, so I'm going to wrap it up with just a few final thoughts. Obviously, to me anyway, the winner in this foam cannon battle was the MTM PF 22.2. The foam on the foam cannon was outstanding. It put out shaving cream type foam. It was dense. It did hang on to the car well, but it is pricey, so that may be something you want to look at. It may be something that deters you. Not everyone needs a pricey foam cannon. Not everyone's willing to spend $94 on a foam cannon. But the Trinova performed all right. I mean, it didn't give the dense foam like the MTM, but it did do what it needed to do. It foamed the vehicle. You could get the foam to stay on the vehicle. It would not stay as long or dwell as long as the MTM foam cannon would, but it served its purpose. That being said, I'd give the MTM first place, and I would give the Trinova second place. Like I said, for the price, you can't go wrong with it, but if you're looking for that rich, real dense foam, shaving cream type foam, you'll want to go with the MTM. I think sometimes on some of these foam cannons, it may be soap specific as far as what soap you use and how well it actually foams. But we do know for certain the MTM with all three of the soaps used work well. The Trinova probably worked best with the HoneyDew Auto Snow Foam, so take that for what it's worth. That's going to be it today, guys. If you will, leave me a comment down in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of the video. If there's anything else you would like me to test, also let me know about that, and we'll look into doing future videos. That's all I got for today. I want to thank you for watching. Have a good day. Like, subscribe, and catch me for the next one. Thanks.